The latest from our daily newsletter at podnews.net. Claimed to be the first Spanish-language podcast network, Dixo has been bought by Exile Content Studio. Dixo was launched by Danny Sardia in 2006. No terms were given. Exile Content Studio is a Latinx content producer in Hollywood. The nominees for the International Documentary Association's awards have been announced. Nominees include PRX, Pineapple Street Studios, WNYC and iHeartRadio. A new podcast studio is to open in Edinburgh in Scotland on Monday. Upload Studios will focus on video podcasts. Captivate will give a demonstration of their new Amy dynamic content tool on YouTube today at 11 a.m. Eastern. For the serious independent podcasters of the world, it's available to anyone that hosts their podcast on Captivate. I'm an advisor. And in the US, the government signed an infrastructure bill including $65 billion for broadband improvements. It's estimated that 42.8 million Americans don't have access to broadband internet. Adjusted for inflation, the spending is equivalent to the cost of the US interstate highway system. And in podcast news, in the latest episode of Kinsider, Jake and Brady from Disgraceland talk about their company being audio first, as well as the larger podcast space. ARN's Life Uncut is to become a radio show, the company's announced. The show's to air in Australia on KISS as part of ARN's podcast to broadcast strategy. The latest episode of Bletchley Park, a look into the World War II code-breaking unit many credit for winning the war, focuses on the code-breaking unit that read Italian naval messages. One of those code-breakers, my grandmother. In Dudes Behind the Foods, hosted by Tim Chantarangsu and David So, you'll hear expert restaurant recommendations and hilarious stories that'll make you laugh until your stomach hurts. Is that wise? It's new today from Studio 71. And the Creator Economy podcast is brand new, hosted by Jack Conte, the CEO of Patreon. He's interviewing Alexis Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit. The show's hosted by Acast, though Patreon also hosts podcasts itself. And that's the latest from our newsletter. For all the links, we're at podnews.net.